Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. This week's theme is going to be rock and roll's deceased bad boys. Tarot Talks from Beyond. We're starting it off with my favorite, Bon Scott. I'm going to be right back. Welcome back, Tarot Groupies. You guys are all going to be groupies through this whole series. So we are kicking off a fun week of bonus videos where we are going to be talking to some dead rock stars. I have gotten lots and lots of requests to get more into mediumship and be talking more about mediumship on the channel. So we're doing it with rock stars, and I am starting with Bon Scott. I've said to everyone, Bon Scott is playing my first birthday in heaven. I'm going on a date with him. I don't care. We're going to be using the Parisi Studios Rock and Roll Tarot for these readings. This is a great deck from Parisi Studios, parisistudios.com. You can order this. It is the classic rock tarot cards. There's lots of people in here. Dimebag Daryl, Jim Morrison, Scott Ian, all sorts of goodies in here. So not just dead rock stars, lots of live rock stars in here. But we are going to be asking Bon Scott some questions. So buckle up, Buttercup. I've got my fan ready just in case it gets a little hot in here. So let's see if we get backstage. I'm going to bring up that card view. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I hope your week is starting out great and that you enjoy this series right along with me. So I'm going to add this up here and let's make this nice and big so you guys can appreciate this deck. There we go. So actually I'm going to make it all the way big, I think. There you go. So Bon Scott, if you guys don't know him, I feel sorry for you. Bon Scott was the original singer for AC/DC before Brian Johnson took over the band. One of the few bands that have ever successfully transitioned a dynamic lead singer like Bon Scott to another dynamic lead singer. I do like Brian Johnson as well, but I love me some Bon Scott. So he's the voice behind some of rock's most iconic party anthems. Bon Scott lived fast. He died young at 33. But what would this Aussie legend say to us from beyond the veil? A little fun fact about him, Bon's final song recorded was Ride On, and it was hauntingly reflective of a possible deep inner struggle. So there's some fun stories about Bon Scott. There's one where he was supposed to get off a plane and he didn't show up for 2 weeks and he had no shirt and came from like Indonesia. He just followed a girl around. So let's ask Bon, what do you think of how rock music has changed today, Bon Scott? What do you think about how rock music has changed today? What do you think, my dear? The Tower, it's a mess. He doesn't like it. So we have the Knight of Wands there. That's what's lacking. The sex substances and rock and roll is lacking. It really is not in your face anymore. It's hidden behind the scenes with that high priestess and that Six of Cups. It's some nostalgia is really, really needed here. Now, I'm not saying we should go back to like the Lori Maddox kind of groupies. They were a little bit young back then, those baby groupies. But I think Bon would like to see a little bit more radical fun happening from our rock stars. Good, clean fun. Good, clean fun. Now it seems like it's really dark and dirty fun behind the scenes instead of right out in the open. Would you, Bon Scott, have found success in today's music industry, or would you have been canceled? What do you think, Bon Scott? Would you found success today in the music industry? The Fool in reverse, he would have acted amok. We have the Three of Wands. He would not have participated in any of the silliness with all of this uh, extra production, lots of people in on things. He just wanted to jump up, sing with the band, have a good time. We do have the Four of Cups there, which is really the imagination of rock and roll. The way that it was is not there anymore. Temperance card, it's become too moneyed. It's too corporate. He doesn't like that. There's no balls behind it. I can't say it any other way. So, and we have the Five of Pentacles. He would have been on the outside of this, so likely would have been canceled. So, I think he would not have fit the mold. So, what is your spirit's take on today's music mogul scandals, like the Diddy scandal? What is your take on the Diddy scandal? Seven of Cups, too much. That cup overfloweth. It is going too far. We have to be satisfied with death in reverse, not evolving that. You know, sex, substances, and rock and roll was enough. It's enough. You don't have to take it behind the scenes and make it crazy. You really can just have that one-on-one or one-on-four kind of fun without forcing anyone, adding any substances, greasing the wheels with baby oil or anything like that. He is saying clearly that there was no need to kind of fudge that and do different things. It can be just fun, good, clean fun, good, clean fun. So let's leave it at that and get away from that crazy baby oil slick. And so let's do a little bit of ghost notes here. This is going to be a section of all of these videos. We're going to do some ghost notes. We're going to talk and see how he's doing. Current energy. Bond, where's your spirit now? Where are you right now? You wait for me to come to heaven so you can sing for my birthday party, go to fake little prom with me? Huh? Bond, where are you at? Where are you at? Where's your current energy? So, Six of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, he's lending his energy to some people for now. And that is the Hierophant. He is driving some creativity in the industry. So we've got Six of Pentacles, the Hierophant, which is George Harrison, my favorite Beatle. And then we have the Magician, who is Jimi Hendrix in this particular deck. So he is driving the force, trying to force some creativity upon some unsuspecting musician out there. So maybe you are channeling Bon Scott out there. Music industry, how does it feel compared to the 70s scene? How does it feel now, Mr. Bon Scott? How does the music industry feel to you? King of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, and the World in reverse. It has changed, not for the better. In his opinion, that King of Pentacles, it doesn't have the savory feel that it did in the 70s. There is, there's no riding high and running into another band in the airport and saying, hey, how's your tour going? Like there's none of that. It's all corporate, clean hands, really just manufactured. It's so manufactured, and that's really what he has to say, is that it's manufactured and not what it was. They're not letting the ghost of the 70s die. They're still trying to, and I think to a certain extent, there's a lot of the 70s guys that are now in positions of power, and they're trying to kind of recreate that in a modern scope, and it's just not working. Just not working. What do you think of the modern abuses in music now? What do you think of those? What do you think of those? So it truly is a flex of non-true power, and it is going to destroy the industry. And I have said this myself. I think that this whole Diddy situation is going to change the face of music. And I think we're going to see a renaissance in the music industry after this, much like we did after the glam metal time and when we went into the grunge era. So I think we're due for a renaissance, and I think that Bon Scott thinks that we are too. Due for a renaissance. Let's get back to basics. Let's get back to basics. What do you say to the next generation? Not the musicians now, the ones that are coming up. What do you say to them, Bon? What do you got to say, baby? What do you got to say? What do you have to say? There he is. Oh, so he is the Nine of Cups. He is my Nine of Cups right there. Look at that guy. So his take on this is don't copy. You can't copy and paste. Not that he copied and pasted ever. You can't duplicate it. You've got to be your own authentic self. And there we have the star, which is Ringo Starr. Find your magic. Find your magic in the future and present that. Seven of Wands. Be wild. Be uncontrollable. Be unbalanced, and you will find your particular brand. Don't look for a brand that worked really well and then fit yourself into that. Be your own brand. Don't try and be the next Bon Scott. Don't try and be the next Jimi Hendrix or Stevie Ray Vaughan. Be the next whomever you are. Don't copy me. You can't duplicate this. Woo! So, Bon, my dear baby doll, what would you do differently? What do you regret, Bon Scott? What do you regret? Four of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Swords. I do think he regrets that he didn't write more to leave behind. Not even necessarily songs. I think he wanted to leave more for us. With that Four of Pentacles, I think he was very close. I mean, as much as we did see, God, those pants. Did you ever see his pants? Look at his pants the next time you see a video. I think he really wanted to explore more music and have people see more of him. Bon, I think you're amazing. So don't you worry, baby. Don't you worry, baby. So that's all I got to say about the late great Bon Scott. So what do you guys think about Bon Scott? I mean, there's a lot of mixed reviews on him. I know there are certain people in my family that don't think he is that. You can see I'm like all blushy and like, oh. There are certain people in my family that don't think that he is a great performer, but he is ranked right up there with like Freddie Mercury for me. I think he was electric, and I would have died to have seen him perform. So I have to deal with videos, but when I go to that great beyond, I swear Bon Scott is going to play Happy Birthday. He's going to sing Happy Birthday to me, and I am going to dance with him and drink warm beer. That is my plan. That's my plan for my first birthday in heaven. So let me know what you think about Bon Scott. Let me know what you think about the transition from Bon Scott to Brian Johnson. A lot of people have opinions about that. The Van Halen transition, a lot of people have an opinion about that. I think there were many phases of Van Van Halen. But Bon Scott to Brian Johnson, I think, was a pretty seamless transition. I think I'm in good company on that one. But let me know what you think. Let me know who your favorite rock star is down in the comments. And tomorrow we are going to be talking about Love That Black Irish, Lynott, then Lizzy. Gonna talk about him. So I absolutely love him too. He's a huge crush of mine as well. He's actually my rank number 2. We're gonna talk a little bit more later in the week about who else is coming up. So stick around for the encores. I will see you guys in the future.